Critics of the program, they argue that private schools are not subject, or non-public schools are not subject to the same oversight as public schools. And so, is there room for this program to be improved? And if so, how?
Yeah, this is a fair argument. I think that's made on a fairly regular basis. There have been a number of things that we do have that have changed through the years. I'm going to miss some of the accountability measures. Probably Rabbi Frank could come up and list a half a dozen that I missed. But there are of course the normal safety and all those sorts of things. But there's also testing for the students who have to take who accept these EdChoice scholarships. So we see how well they do in making sure that those students are getting at least on a test as good of education as they had before. And that I think we also have that in charter schools, but I'm not sure. Rabbi, can you address any of these other accountability measures, or did I get it by and large?
I think you got most of them. I mean, generally speaking, charters have lots and lots of regulations. They're different. They create some flexibilities, but even for charter non-public schools, Ohio, even pre-vouchers, regulated our private schools probably more than almost every other state in the country. That's kind of how it's always been. The state's always been very supportive of non-public education, but it's also been a pretty significant regulator. They have to keep all the same operating standards of Ohio schools, which you can find in the Ohio Administrative Code, that's what governs most of the broad things that all schools, public and private schools, have to follow. The other thing and then there's a whole host of other accountability measures, but I think that one of the key things to keep in mind is that one of the accountability features that exist for private schools that do not exist, at least yet, in the traditional public system is the ultimate accountability is going to be to parents. And if parents are making the affirmative choice, whether it's going to apply to the state for an EdChoice scholarship, dipping into their own pocket for tuition, they are going to hold those schools accountable. And that is really the ultimate accountability. In fact, if that existed in the public school system, my guess is that there will be people in the legislature that think that's a pretty good way of holding them accountability, and maybe we can get rid of some of the things that most public schools complain about a lot.
Yeah, I would add that. I mean, we have other benefits that come from the government that are portable, and of course, the benefit that we give to public school students is also portable. By and large, they can take their right or their payment to go to a public school, and they don't have to go to their school district. They can open enroll to another public school. And in fact, open enrollment is the largest school choice program in the state of Ohio. There aren't any lawsuits being filed over it because the public school districts who have all the money for lawyers are not filing those. But if you look at other things that we provide to the public, we have SNAP benefits, for example, and those folks can go to whatever grocery store or other food vendor they want to who want to take that. I'm guessing that if they don't like that store because they don't like the products they sell, they can go to wherever they want. We don't require them to go to the government store. We don't require Medicaid recipients to go to the government hospital. They get to choose the doctor or the hospital that they want, by and large. So this is really no different than that. And so the accountability is really by the user.